Alright, and welcome back to Snack Play Love, where today we are going to attempt to do the Tinkerer's Cube draft. It's been up for a while, so I'm assuming that there are a decent amount of videos out there for people to watch. It is draft with real players as opposed to imaginary ones. Raw power isn't enough to succeed, it's interlocking parts. The card pool's huge. I clicked on it and I was just like, I'm not even interested. So, coins, and let's wait. This is the fun part, the waiting for people. In theory, if this doesn't just pop up, I'm going to pause the recording. Looks like it's going to take a while. And we're back. Let's see, whenever you pause it, the table joins super fast. So, me being me, I'm almost certain to end up near Sultai colours, if not exactly Sultai colours. I'm probably going to take the most powerful card in the first 3 packs and then figure out what is getting passed to us. The most powerful card that I enjoy playing as well, because we're not just going to take powerful nonsense. Oh, we're going to get kicked back. We are. They're not going to be ready. Oh, this is so very magic. Oh, no, we're back. Right, pausing the video again. No, we're ready again. Super professional. You almost need to see whether it's the same person in your group. No, we've got real people. Everybody's a Johnny. So we've got Drainer, so we're taking Drainer because that is bonkers. Crocsat has synergies with some things, but we're probably going to be in black, so this is good. Core Spirit Dancer, though. I mean, we could play the Auras deck. No, I mean, the key to these kind of janky drafts is really finding things that synergize with as much as possible. You don't need to find Drainer to win. If you've got no creatures, she does first strike flying damage, brilliant. If you have got other creatures, then she does other stuff. Let me have a look at what we're expecting to get back. There's some nice Golgari stuff. There's Croxa, which I suspect the next person will take the Croxa or the Core Spirit Dancer. Anointed Procession is very good, but there is one card here which immediately gets my attention, which is Field of the Dead. Banned in the everything for a reason. Let's have a look at this one. Baron Toughness in all graveyard. That's pretty good. And I like Veto. I ordinarily would be heading towards Veto, but this goes in 100% of decks that we play. There are 2 black cards left in the rare slots. If we're making a absolute ton of rats, then giving them +1/+1 counters. I mean, I don't even hate taking that early, but I think we just take powerful things. And we're only in 1 colour at the moment. Cocoa. Okay, the fact that that has got to us means that the people next to us are planning not to take cheap creatures. We've got 2 cheap creatures that are really good cheap creatures. I mean, Golos is probably fine, but Cocoa, why not draft Cocoa? Okay. Well, if that Golgari card comes back, we are sorted. We can fetch other lands with Field of the Dead. If I continue my train of thought on Field of the Dead, we are going to be playing 23 non-land cards and then some lands. Most of the cards we pick in this draft are going to be good enough to play. So if we're taking lands, then what we're actually doing is we're taking 25 cards at the moment instead of 23 cards that we can play. This is the theory. I don't really want to take my on-colour cycling lands just yet. That's a good creature for Coco. I don't hate the draw. I've never seen that one before. Must be the cat's deck. Those are both cheap enough to trigger Coco as well. I think Gorging Vulture in my colours is good. I presume that we're going to be doing some graveyard shenanigans. I mean, we may never take another green card and we'll probably still play Collected Company because it's good. Look at 6 cards, put 2 things that cost 3 or less onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of the library. So we don't lose any cards. We can do creatures at instant speed to then swing with the next turn. I must remember that's instant speed. The new art's very confusing. So what have we got? Flashback, make something. Tusker, cycling. Can we reanimate that? Not really. That getting put in the graveyard for free though is pretty sweet. I don't hate Nocturnal Feeder, but I think that's just a little bit better. Because we're probably going to get some discard synergies. I'm being very optimistic here, aren't I? There's one guy sitting on the packs, that's fine. One guy, or girl. I have got the iPad with the chat on in theory, but my assumption is that nobody's going to play with us in the chat. Okay, now this is interesting because there's some good bad cards here. There's a lot of rares, but we want lots of different lands because we've got Field of the Dead. Awakened Amalgam wants lots of different lands. This is a Tinkerer's Synergy, so I am going to go for it. Collected Company does not trigger off that, so we have target enchanted creature or enchantment creature gets +1/+1 and trample. I don't think we have any of that synergy, but we do get the Golgari spell back. Nylia is actually going to be interesting because that's card advantage. I mean, Lord of Extinction is very much exactly what we want, but that's indestructible card advantage. May regret this later. The Migration Path gets us 2 basic lands and cycles. Khan's Bastion is an effect we will see nowhere else. I think I just take that. Kenrith's Transformation isn't ideal, but it's on colour at least. I probably could have speculated on the Spectacle card, but basically it turns any creature into a piece of Velk, so that's fine, isn't it, really? There's going to be some interesting stuff. I mean, if we cast it on Drainer or similar, then that gives us good things. That is broken good, because we want a shed load of creatures. Yeah, we probably take a Skizik for the wild cards. Right, so we're mostly black. Erebus in mostly black is probably going to be the best thing. The Demon's fine. Shadow Spear also fine. Bloodflies are good. The Fight spell's good, but there aren't many things that beat having our second enchantment god. It's interesting because now we're looking for a little bit of devotion in the deck. We're looking for mana symbols, whereas before I was trying to drop the mana symbols to get sorry, confusion talking. I wouldn't hate having that. But yeah, that's +1/+1 counts as synergy. That works with Collected Company, and it's got 2 mana symbols. Okay, Acolyte. Mill 2 cards and return a permanent. That's fine. I'm okay with that. There must be a defender deck in here. That's what we were doing great within the constructed just. No, it is just better than Brain Maggot. Exile the card until you have to block with Brain Maggot. It's fun. Do we want a completely off-colour Walker? I do not think we do. The Skin Witch is good when it's kicked. Don't think we've got enough to trigger Gutter Snipe. The Chimera sacking a non-Gorgon creature is probably better than just escaping with a +1/+1. Yeah, we haven't got much removal. Sack effects. So Comrade in a graveyard deck is amazing, as is the Affectionate Indrik in a punching thing. That shows that we possibly could have taken the oh, I can't remember what it's called now. The enchantments themed card. What's this colourless thing? Okay. So we've only got 3 lands, so we're on 5 for the land count for Field of the Dead. So we may not get there for the triggers. I think because we missed both of our cycling lands because they were in exactly the same pack at the same time as something worthwhile, we might struggle with that more than I thought. Our collected company count is 3, 4, which is also too low. That's too far away from our colours even with the mutate. Do we want removal? I mean, Perilous Mer is good as well. Sack a creature. Creature and enchantment spells you control cannot be countered. Yeah, I think we take that over the sack effect. I'm genuinely not convinced yet. I love having a Wilt in the deck. Cycling is very good. We have +1/+1 counter synergy though, so I think we want that. Raw indeed. Ancestral Mask. Enchantments on the battlefield. We've kind of got a proliferate theme going. We have. Those dual lands do nothing for us, but are they just better than Swarm of Bloodflies? I'm not convinced a 2/2 flyer that goes up is what we want, so I think we play the one-coloured Temple. Nothing here for us. What is the best card in the pack? We've currently got 2 reds cards in the sideboard. Take that. We might open a Super Bomb, but I doubt it. What are our colours? 8, 11, mostly green. 13 creatures, 5 non-creatures. That's quite sweet. I think I do play the Temple at the moment because the filter effect of it is sweet. If it's a completely off-colour tapped land, I might not bother completely. 4, 5, 6. Where are we on 4, 5, 6? Got a decent amount. It gives us a bit of ramp. No, I agree. I agree. The ceiling is more interesting. We're a graveyard deck, so we'll take that. We really have been cut off the colours right at the end. Momentous Fall, though, I'm not too fussed about that. And we got our Will. So, Heart of the Wild is probably the best, but Plaguecrafter's not horrible. Evolving Wild, we'd have to not sacrifice it to get the value out of that. I think we just go for the Power Mythic, not the Power Rare. Yeah. we got more red cards than black cards here now? I mean, I'm not keen on these, but if we got some reliable ways to splash red. Okay, I'm just watching the dodgy drug dealer guys outside. I call them that, but they're not. Ooh, another god. What have we got we want to put in the graveyard? The Call of the Death Dweller acts as another Coco. Scavenging Ooze is probably the most interesting. Branching Evolution's probably quite good with our +1/+1 count, but I think Scavenging Ooze is just the best attacking creature that can also do things. We've got our Triome. I'd love to take a Cultivate or a Games or even the Bastion, but I think we need to take that because it's cycling and it's another land for our land count, and it's definitely in the deck. It means that we can definitely splash white. How Grey Merchant are we? I'd love to take the Godless Shrine here. That gives things counters. Everything wants counters. Non-Hydra creature powers things up. Which one are people most likely to take? I don't know. Grey Merchant's not as good as the green cards here. I'm just seeing which one it gives us. Oh god, Godless Shrine, no. I'm going to take that one and regret it. I think we should have taken the Hydra, but this feels like more fun. We can't take either of those lands reliably. The Crocodile is fine. Scry 3. Death Touch, destroy. That might come back. I think we take the Crocodile. So we've got an awkward pile here. Probably want the ramp. Mind you, they're both ramp, but no, I think I want the Druid. It just makes things a little bit more reliable. Hinterland Harbour is still too far away from us, really. Tokens. How many token makers have we got? Don't really know. Mill 4 cards. Is that what we want to be doing? We don't want the Pyromancer, fuck off. Hornbash Mentor, putting +1/+1 counters on Tramplers seems fine to me. We got the Plaguecrafter back, but we also got the Evolving Wilds. Yeah, I think we just have to take the Plaguecrafter. The lands plan's looking worse and worse now. Call of the Death Dweller came back though. We're not in the life gain deck. I think we take that. Black. I think I'm going to go for reliability. I think I'm just going to stick with what we've got. The Song came back. Oh, draw a creature, draw a card, yeah. How rampy are we? No, God no. We want that one. We're not rampy. Yeah, we want that one. I hate it when it does that. Oh, speed your pack up so that you can wait for the next pack. Status came back. That's what we wanted. We need a land in these last two, otherwise I don't know what we do with these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need to find all of our novelty lands none of those are good. We'll take the uncommon. The Iron Grave Pyromancer came back. That's ridiculous. Okay. I suppose it's hard to draw extra cards. I think it was telling us that our seat should have been red. Look at that. I genuinely don't know whether we put the Lonely Sandbar in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. So that's 17. Okay. Interesting. Let me have a think about this. Have we got a suitable Golgari sleeve? Oh yes, these are terrible ones. Friday Night Magic, terrible ones. Speaking of which, what? Save and exit. I mean, I suppose if you hit redeem faster than I did, we could lose a code, but oops. Or I could just flick it off the screen and not actually see what I'm doing. So this just came through for Friday Night Magic, courtesy of Global Gaming in Birmingham, UK. A6B3C. The lighting's terrible in here. The B's and the 8s look identical. So we have the crappy Boris sleeve and Samet, is that? I guess. Don't know whether those are the Japanese sleeves or not. Thalia times many. At this price it'd probably be cheaper to go online and find the code. Never mind. Anyway, so that was fine. What have we got? Yeah, just play the first game. So we've got too many creatures. Perfect. We have got too many non-creatures, but only by a few. Brilliant. We have got a load of barely playable red cards, which we're not really worried, pardon me, about. And we have got a Lonely Sandbar, which we cannot cycle or use. The Triome is fine, it's cycling. The Bastion is very good with the +1/+1 counters. I took that as a land synergy, but we've got a +1/+1 synergy. So I guess we kind of work backwards and say, what doesn't necessarily need to go in there? That doesn't give you a counter, but it does destroy a creature for 4, so I think I'm going to leave that in. That's a fine creature that makes more creatures, fine. That's 2/3 that makes lands into creatures, it's fine. That ramps us, that removes something, that gets +1/+1 and removes things. That's marginal, we'll take it out. I'm probably going to put it back in, but we will take it out for the moment. Board wipe or return cards to hand from graveyard, absolutely fine. Returning things out the graveyard, absolutely fine. Even if we're only getting one mythic like Drainer back, or even the Plague Crafter because we really need it, so be it. That probably stays in. Drainer, first pickable because she's good. Vulture, very good as well. Milling 4, not sure that's essential for us. Oh crap, my PC just told me the battery's running low. I thought this was plugged in. Apologies if you all disappear and have to stare at my armpits for a bit, but let us see what happens. This is the problem with sharing a laptop between the two of us. I never know whether it's charged or not. I mean, it's not the greatest of hardships to reach behind me, plug it in. Just double check that worked. Last time I did this, I plugged it in, didn't turn it on, and everything died. But luckily it wasn't recording or streaming. Anyway, Plague Crafter removal. Lambholt gets counters, good. Yeah, and it makes things unblockable. Of course, that's fabulous. Evolution Sage, also fabulous. Hornbash Mentor. I don't know how much trample we've got. Can we see trample in this? Not without doing the search. No. We do the search afterwards. So that giving things trample is important. Non-human though. How many non-humans do we have? Well, if we say we have 7 humans, that means we have 15 non-humans. That's fine. Heart of the Wild, probably the weakest of the mythic picks we've got, but we're going to play fat things, so we'll be alright. That's not essential. It puts +1/+1s and it draws us stuff, so I'm probably going to keep it. That's fine. We're going to put some fat things in the graveyard. All the fans are kicking in now. Wonder why that is. Erebos. Do we have enough black to make Erebos reliably do stuff? 12. They're not all creatures, are they? There's a lot of removal. Don't know whether we do. We can pay life to draw cards though, and we can sack creatures to kill things. Spawn escapes with counters on it. It's reasonable. The judge does stuff with the counters. Coco is just good at finding little creatures. I can't remember what the optimum amount of sub 3 mana creatures is, but we've probably got enough to find one. I mean, if you miss completely, then it's embarrassing, but you've done it at instant speed, so. Haste Crocodile, the -1/-1 is kind of a pain, but that's fine. That draws us more cards, which if we're looking at playing over 40 cards is certainly a good thing. It's an instant as well, so we can sack when we need to. The devotion on this shouldn't be a problem, and creatures are cheaper, and we can card advantage. Path of Discovery with the exploring, putting +1/+1 counters on things is broken good with this. That puts +1/+1 on things. So, I mean, the reason for doing this instead of the Hydra was this makes other things have the +1/+1 counters, which diversifies the threats, and it's got 2 pips. Acolyte, is that good enough? It returns a permanent. I don't know. Amalgam. What is Amalgam going to be on turn 4 with this amount of lands? It doesn't get +1/+1 counters. It doesn't synergize with the other +1/+1s, and we've got a lot of 4s. So even though it's a pet card of mine, because essentially in Cube Draft you should be taking all the lands first and then filling in the power cards afterwards. But all of the lands were way away from our colours. If we'd have splashed blue, I think we'd have had probably 3 more duels, but a lot of the cards I took over them are cards that would be playing in the deck, so that's just good with the graveyard synergy. That gives all my +1/+1 creatures trample, which means that where's he gone? Hornbash Mentor does everything. I suppose they will have to already have a +1/+1 to get the trample, to get the +1/+1 counters, but it's not the end of the world, is it really? So currently we're playing 7 types of land, so we'd need to get lucky and get all of them on the battlefield before Field of the Dead triggers. I think we're going to keep it in for the first ones. Feel free to tell me in the chat if there's a rubbish card that I've left in the deck, but I think that it's just going to be a question of what isn't quite as powerful as the other cards. We've got too many 4-cost things. I'm not convinced that Erebos does everything we need it to in this deck. I don't think we can ever make him a creature, but we can turn him into a card draw engine. Maybe the crocodile's not something we need. It's interesting. I know I keep saying that, but it is. I'm thinking 2 more forests. Why are we playing craplands? Come on, give me some decent ones. let's go John Avon. How many have we got? 8. Matching swamps. Matching swamps. You have to at least tilt your opponent by making them think you spent money on the game. Which we have, but not as much as we could have done. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 over 49. Let me find the calculator. God, it's disappeared again. Everything that was pinned on the new laptop seems to have disappeared. 38%, that's fine. We've got some expensive shit. We've got lots of card draw. I really don't care about being super efficient on game 1, so let's go in with a fat ass 49 stack and see how terribly we do. If we were doing proper draft with multiples of certain cards and key win conditions that we wanted and specific 2-card synergies that break the game, then maybe we'd want to strip to 40 instantly and not fuss about. But right now, I mean, I think we're fine. I think it's a perfectly acceptable nonsense play. We've got everything apart from the double green needed for these. I think in some ways the Evolving Wilds was the key card that I did not take. I will play the Forest first, purely because there's so many double greens. Reach the Redeemed is a nice card to have. So at this point the cycling one will be better than the flashback one, but do we want to play the Bastion? I think we do. End the turn. So do we block with it in this situation? I don't think we do. What's your second colour, boss? Are you actually green-white? They are. Trig. Mechadigrats. Oh. No, let's represent. Sitting on that counterspell, boss. Oh, well, they haven't had any problems with their greens. Okay. You attacking? Are you attacking? Ah, sport. What do we get? Just a scavenging ooze. That's fine. Don't know whether we want to do that yet. Swings. Champion of Lamholt really ramps up Renata, so that's the way we want to play it, yeah. Champione. So they're playing the enchantments deck. Yep, that makes sense. Almost wish I kept my rat back now. What does games do? Makes a tiny little shitty thing. Oh yeah, it did enter with the thing, so they can't block. Which is power less than. Okay. Creatures you control. So, can we make 2 creatures next turn? We could if he hadn't have fettered the paper of the Swarm, but well, that's pretty sweet. Do we swing for lethal? Is that a creature? God, who knows? 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7. Yeah. I don't know whether Niley would have triggered that. Yeah, you read Champion of Lamholt. Congratulations. Is it game? I mean, if I had to put the +1/+1s on the champion, then ooh. Oh no! Ha! I've got 7. Brilliant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jesus Christ. Oh no, that taps. How many does that tap for? Maybe I should have tapped. I mean, paid like. No, this first. So, what can actually tap? Oh shit, I made his guy bigger with the enchantment. He's only got 2 blockers. That's really unfortunate, isn't it? If I'd have cast Roar the Worm, I think I'd have won that. That's sweet because they can't block. You might as well swing with the flyers because they can't block. So yeah, it turns out Champion of Lamholt's pretty good. The +1/+1 synergies across the whole thing didn't really pay off though, which is interesting. The big power paid off. The Erebos black strategy didn't pay off. Did I like the worm spell? I mean, it kind of won us the game, but would anything else have won us the game? It's 2 creatures in 1 turn, potentially, which is good. Renata was amazing. Path of Discovery would have been amazing. I don't know that we need the black synergies. are we just going to be better off having a tiny amount of really powerful black cards? If there is anybody in the chats and listening, then feel free to add comments now. But I think paying 2 life to draw a card is probably going to be enough. Again, I'm not sure that that is the deck that we're playing. We've got a wide deck. If they're playing a tall deck, Playcraft is amazing. We're not playing best of 3. Find and Finality works the same as this works. Piper would have been amazing. He actually powered up their... well, that would have powered up their enchantments, as would that, but that's fine. We've got an enchantment sub-theme. That's how our removal's working. Have I really just taken 1 card out? No, took 2 out. I don't really want to drop a swamp though, do I? Yeah, if we're not going for land shenanigans, what have we got now? Counting is hard. 17, so that's too few lands. 19 over 47. Divided by 47 is 40 point a little bit %. So we can, in theory, lose a land. We don't want to lose the cycling land. I mean, actually, Castle Lochthwain is a reason to not lose too many swamps. Because once we've become hellbent, we can just start drawing cards. I think I take 1 swamp out. Realistically, we peak at 5. That's fairly efficient, isn't it? Cool. So, we've got 500 gold back. We spent this many. We're never going to get that many. So, but 4 wins, I think, is the target. If we get the 4 wins, then we can basically just ramp, magic words, waltz into another. If we don't, we have to think about it, because these cards are phantom, and therefore, wow. Okay, so we're playing the mono black version of our deck this time. And best of 1, if you don't need to mulligan, you don't mulligan. But we're going to start regretting this. Have you got the removal? Oh god, is this like just white-green enchantments? Yeah, it is. Fuck's sake. I mean... They're going to be playing a shitload of enchantments, aren't they? So that's a creature in graveyard. Calyx? Well, that's unfortunate. Rats don't get +1/+1, do they? Okay. Let's risk it. Could have done with the land that turn, could have done with it being green, but it's a fairly predictable response. It's fine. I don't think we put much of our enchantment removal in. Creature spells cost 1 less to cast. Yeah, I think we do that just for the cheapness of casting. Victimize you. So next turn we can play 2 things. That's good. If they're reading Nylea, then... Oh no. It's just hovering. What did they do? Oh, no enchantments. What's that one do? Okay. Find some cheap creatures. Soul Warden Pelt Collector. Brilliant. Destiny Spinner? I mean, are we going to struggle to deal with the 3-2? That is the question. No. Gods for Days. What does this do? So he can exile creatures or enchantments. We can now sack a rat. Pay 2 life to draw a card. Ugh. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Yeah, Pelt Collector. If you're going to play the... Oh, playing the same game we are. That is shenanigans. Good. Good for you. Now I'm good. -2, -1. It's not even... He's going to sack Ranger of Eos, isn't he? Ugh. What's that one do? Reveals. Don't think we've won this one, lads. Yeah. So they're going to start exiling gods now. So we have to attack? Yeah, what are we representing, son? We're representing draw 2 cards. Do we want to play a creature? I just think we need to get rid of the fucking proliferate. So if our Nylea is still there... Oh, that's evil. I mean, I'm fine with it, but... Swing for 10? Ugh, swing for way more than 10. Yeah, block it with the Death Touch guy, of course. And then I'm going to draw some fucking cards. Okay, maybe we don't need this many swamps. So we can wipe his board, but it does nothing to us. None of those have trample, huh? Can we cast 3 creatures this turn? Not easily. Oh, X card was the thing we needed. I think we'll have the planes. Planes? Jesus Christ. What? Oh, I played the castle this turn. I'm so bad at magic. Oh, at least we've got the flyer to hit his Calyx next turn with a +1/+1 counter on it from this or whatever. Oh, Song of Freyalise does nothing. Take a turn off. Play a land, proliferate. Play a land, proliferate. Win. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't play that sooner, but you have only got one white, same as we've only got one green. Oh, that's horrible. It's got vigilance now. That's not a plains either. So honestly, I think we do. So we play our forest. Does that kill anything? +1/+1s have trample. Is 4. That leaves us with 3. He hasn't got trample until we gain life equal to its toughness. So that's 4 and 3. Are these creatures? No. Can we make either of them creatures? 1, 2, 3. No. So I think we just do this for the lols. What? It just died. Well done. It wasn't big enough to survive the spell. Reading comprehension for the loss. Good game. No, I don't think there's any way we could have got out of that, even with the 2 gods. I think it was a bad keep in hindsight, just because of the complete lack of forests. We had some combo-y stuff, but they just managed to get there over the top of us. But I'm not sad. That's fine. We'll go to game 3. Apparently we've still got a viewer. Hello, viewer. Yeah, we are plodding on. I wonder if reading the other chat. I'm saying, wonder if our third appointment, God, I'm at work, opponent will be similarly enchantment based. Possibly. No, Boris Aggro, which is also boring, but at least is a different deck. So that's not good. That's fine. Storm Herald. God, that's an awkward one. Yeah. I think I can risk that. Do we take a turn off? Dare we take a turn off? I think we have to. Does Nylia enter as a creature? I don't think she does. We need to be 5, and we're only on 2. She entering adds 1, so that's 3. So we need both these to be in play first. So Destiny Spinner is the first play. Yeah, we knew that was going to happen. What do we get? We don't get the land, but we get the land there. Jesus. How do we find all the land now? I think we keep that back. Nylia becomes a creature next turn. Making all the guys cheaper to cast. Why would you not attack with the 1/1? What is you representing, son? Oh! Perfect. You were saying no to tricks. Lightning bolt. You gonna shock something? Nope. Give your shitty 1/1 menace. It's non-human. You didn't read the cards. Just like me. Oh. Why would you take the 2/3? Yeah, Path of Discovery is the play. Ugh. I think I have to play the rubbish thing. We just can't attack yet. Pretty sure I kept the removal in. Can't attack or block alone. We're going to lose to flyers, aren't we? So we have 6 lands. This makes creatures cheaper, but our... No, that works. If you don't mistap it, you absolute cock. Oh yeah, we could have used the fucking mana from Druid of the Cowl. Armorcraft Judge would have... So, have we got sufficient blockers? I don't think we have, but let's try it anyway. Scavenging Ooze dies. No, we're fine with that. Wow, somebody had to take the burn spells. This is the problem. A lot of cubes definitely have an aggro archetype, and sometimes just taking the cheapest red and white cards and turning them sideways gets you there. I mean, we definitely could make our deck more efficient. In fact, if this is the final game, I should definitely make our deck much more efficient. Shall I cancel it? Let's see. Did that let us cancel? Yeah, there we go. So what just hasn't been as good as we thought? Crocodile like, I doubt we'd be attacking with that on the turn it come in. Collected Company's fine. Momentous Fall could have saved us if we'd have read it properly and done all the things, but we didn't have the big creatures, so because these aren't creatures. Some of our creatures are not creatures, so we definitely have too many non-creatures. Are we playing the status? We are, we just never drew it. That's fine. Piper's good. That's a 2-3 for 2. We need that. We need that. That could have saved us. That has been underwhelming. Pardon me, because we've never had green in the matches where we get it. The sweeper kills most of our deck. Yeah, when the things get high, but mind you, in that last game that would have won it. So, do we want that? It's just our best. Is it power to mana cost? We're only ever getting one creature back because we haven't got any one-cost creatures. Although some of our best cards are 3. Hornbash Mentor, I don't think is as broken good as everything else is here. That really helped us, but I don't think it's as good as everything else. How many lands are we playing? We're playing 19, I think. 18. I can't count. So let's take a swamp out. Yeah, Drainer's the only double black. 6 for 1 is fine. No, 7 for 1 in fact, because we haven't drawn that yet. Is there an argument for going down to 16 lands? Are we cycling? Are we doing anything exciting that rips through our deck? We can get stuff back out the graveyard like lands, which is fine. Yeah, Path of Discovery drew us too many lands. That's kind of why we lost that one, which is embarrassing, but that's fine. I genuinely don't know what the worst card here is, because if we lost the land, we'd have to lose a forest or the Khan's Bastion. At no point have we been in a position where we wanted to proliferate. So let's get rid of that. And then we want to get rid of maybe something that costs 4? Have we got too many non-creatures? Technically because of the... where are we with... Yeah, 4 mana non-creatures is our weighty bit. Because we've got Collected Company. Really tempted to run it 41, but... I want to keep Momentous Fall in just to see what it does. Like, end of your turn, you block the 7/7, I kill it. Brilliant, but we don't have that many fat, big things to do. Oh, what a world. I probably want to get rid of a black card. I'm going around in circles here. I think we're just going to stick with 41. I mean, how many does Collected Company hit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. Collected Company hits 3s, doesn't it? Yeah, Collected Company hits most of our deck. That is definitely staying in. Yeah, Momentous Fall. I like it, but I just like everything else better. Cool. Let us see how badly we lose to the aggro deck this time. I think that's one of the problems, actually. If you're playing a format a bit late, then... Pepsi all over my beard. The only people playing it are the people with the solve decks, the internet decks, and the people who have a natural affinity for these formats. And because it's not ranked, we could be playing any one of these people. This is a risk, but we're going to have to keep it. So we've got It's no longer a risk. We have a play. We have 3 shots at drawing a land. Shot 1. We get it. That's alright. I'm okay with this. We have no way to proliferate. So this is the the red-white aggro deck again, isn't it? Let's see what they play. How come I get the bugle and they don't? So we can play the 3-3. Have we just taken out all of our +1/+1 synergies without meaning to? Honoured Crop Captain. One of the only things that could possibly have drawn them a card. Oh god, yeah, we can put some black mana in. We've got 6 mana. Not 7 though. So, burn spells equals card drawn out, which is nice. Doesn't trigger Savala. Well, it does trigger but doesn't do anything. I don't think we can do much about that. Gosh darn it. Destroy target creature. What does this one do? Other attacking creatures. 4. So we're still 1 mana short. That's annoying. I thought that was get us... Yeah. Oh, because that's not a creature, it's not worked. Okay. So we've definitely got the mana to give it Death Touch, so that's fine. It means all of his guys are going to get bigger though, doesn't it? I think we've lost this. I must sing the song of my people. Why are they not attacking? That's interesting. Oh, we have to pay 1, so that's still low. Why is it automatically giving me white mana? So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6. That gives us the black land. What's the abilities on that? Okay. So we don't have the ability to do the Death Touch now. He's just going to make a little goblin. Ooh, that's why they held off. Have they just got game? I want to keep my green cards alive. We have no +1/+1 counters apart from the one on evolution stage, which is embarrassing. We're currently... Have these always got trample? They've always got trample. So we have to block there. I probably block there. And I take 10? Do we really take 10? No, I think I am... What tricks you got? Flicker. See, we turned down Charming Prince. We did not want to go to the ball. Go on, flicker the dinosaur. Scry 2. Why would you not flicker the thing and put counters on everything? -4, -4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6. It would still only do 1 damage. So we can tap that and we'd have 2 mana. Yeah, we know you can make dinosaurs. It's fine. That's a bit of a pisser. I mean... sing the song about people. Can't attack. Does Young Pyromancer's tokens have haste? Because if they do, we've probably lost. Oh, I didn't know about that ability. Oh. Read the cards, Rich. Never mind. Okay, so, yeah. I think if I'd have tapped my creature to give one of mine +1/+1 to keep the 2 creatures, I might have been better off. 1 win wasn't great. Whenever we stream, we always seem to get 1 win. We seem to do alright normally. Lots of rotatos. I'm not sad with the Dreadhorde invasion, but, you know, cost us 3,500 gold to play. But that's not the worst thing in the world. So, thank you for watching on YouTube, the people that are, and I'm going to stop this video now. Please like, comment, subscribe, etc. Go away.